Are you ready to turn your dream of starting a business into reality? I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make that happen. And stick around to the end because we'll give you NAV's free downloadable checklist. I'm Gerri Detweiler, education consultant for NAV. NAV believes every small business owner deserves the chance to succeed. Okay, so let's dive in. The first step is to choose your business name. This is kind of a fun step, but you want to take it seriously because if you choose a name that's already in use or a name that's trademarked, you could run into legal hot water. Here's a fun fact. NAV, when it first launched, was called Proprietor, but nobody could pronounce it or spell it. And there was another business that raised a legal challenge, and so that's when NAV rebranded to its current name of NAV. You don't really want to have to go through that if you don't have to, so choose that name carefully. Second step is to choose your business address. Now, you can often use your home address as long as local business regulations allow for it. But a business address is going to be public record. It's going to be available to other people, and you may just not want to share that on your website or have it on your business credit reports. And so what some businesses do is they will get a mailbox, for example, through their local postal service or another service, and use that for anything public that they need to file. The IRS typically will require that you give them your home address to verify where your business is based. Step 3 is to get a business phone number. Now, you can operate your entire business off your cell phone if you want. There are some services that make it easy to add a business phone line to your own cell phone. So services like Google Voice or GoDaddy Conversations or Sideline will, for a small fee, let you set up a distinctive phone number with distinctive ring and messaging on your cell phone. And it's great, so you can turn it off when you don't want to be at work, and you can also leave messages that are appropriate for your customers. Next step is to form a business entity. Now, you can just start your business. In most cases, you can start as a sole proprietorship, which means you just start doing business. You don't set up any kind of entity. However, if you're serious about your business, it's probably a good idea to set up a business entity like a limited liability company, LLC, or a corporation or partnership. And doing this may help separate your business and personal finances, provide a layer of protection so your personal finances aren't at risk, and make it easier for you to get credit and build business credit in the name of your business. And we have that video on how to choose and form a business entity here. Step 5 is to register your business. So with most states, you register your business with the Secretary of State or Department of Corporations or something similar. And that basically puts the public on notice that you have this business. Now, here's a tip. If you do business as a sole proprietorship, you may want to register a fictitious name, doing business as or DBA with your state. And this is helpful because sometimes the business credit bureaus will pick up that information, and that can start your business credit profile. And it may be required in some states. Step 6 is to get licenses and permits. So you may need a business license, professional license, occupational license. It depends on the type of business you operate and the state and locality in which you operate. Check with your state Department of Corporations or Small Business Services to find out what you need. Step 7 is to request an employer identification number or EIN. This is sort of the equivalent of a social security number for your business. An EIN is free from the IRS, and you may not need it if you operate as a sole proprietor, for example, but you can still get one. Doesn't cost anything, and it's another way to help separate you from your business finances. If you form a business entity, this will be part of that process. Step 8, open a business bank account. I can't emphasize how helpful it is to have a business bank account to separate your business and personal finances. I've been there as a business owner, and it makes tax time so much easier to know that those expenses that come out of that bank account are for business purposes and not personal purchases. Doing this early on also can help set your business up for professional success. If you get clients and customers, you really don't want to have to give out your personal banking information to them. If you're not sure how to open a business bank account or you're worried it's going to cost a lot of money, it doesn't have to. We've got a video for that. Step 9, get a business credit card or business charge card. A dedicated business credit card and charge card is another way to separate your business and personal finances. And even better, a lot of these cards report to business credit bureaus, which means if you pay on time and keep your balances in check, you can build a valuable credit reference on your business credit history, and that can help to improve business credit scores. NAV can help you find a business credit card from our trusted partners. See the resource in the description. Step 10 is to set up your bookkeeping. In order to get tax deductions for your business, you need to know how much your business is spending and what it's spending on. Bookkeeping is how you do that. So you can do that through an accounting software program or through services that tie into your bank account and make it easy to track and categorize your transactions. Whichever method you choose, start this early on because, again, the longer you wait, the more difficult it's going to be to unravel all that, and you might miss out on some really good tax deductions. And by the way, as a perk of NAV Prime, you'll get bookkeeping that makes it easy to categorize your transactions. Step 11 is to decide how you're going to pay yourself. Now, if you're a sole proprietorship, any income from your business just passes right through to your personal tax returns. You do have to report it, but you don't have a separate system involved. If you set up a business entity, you may want to pay yourself payroll. And certainly if you have employees, you have to pay them payroll as well. Payroll can be complicated. So the best advice I could give here for a small business owner is to start with a payroll service that makes it super simple for you to make sure you comply with all the regulations. The IRS takes payroll tax obligations very, very seriously, and it's not something you want to do wrong. We'll share a resource in the description to make it easy. Step 12, get a DUNS number. A DUNS number is the identifying number for your business in the Dun & Bradstreet credit system. And you can get a DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet for free. You don't take a similar step with Experian or Equifax because they will assign an identifying number to your business when it goes into their database. But getting that DUNS number is helpful not only to get set up in their system, but also because some credit applications will ask you for it. So if you have it, you'll help ensure that any accounts you get can be matched to your business correctly. Step 13, establish business credit. Now, if you've done all the steps that we've talked about here, this is going to be pretty simple because you've set the foundation. So then once you've set that foundation, you go ahead and get accounts with companies that report, and then you pay those accounts on time. They're called trade lines, and with trade lines, you can establish a payment history over time, which is used to help calculate your credit score. So we've got a video that will walk you through the process of setting up business credit correctly. Step 14, get insurance. Even if you've set up a separate business entity, you still want insurance for things that can go wrong. There's lots of different types of business insurance, from liability insurance, errors and emissions insurance, product liability insurance if you're selling a physical product. Make sure you find out what kind of insurance is right for your business and you help protect your business from these unforeseen events. Step 15 is to create a website. So even if you want to operate your business on a social media platform like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, that's fine. You still should have your own website, even if it's just a basic one-page site. And that's because you're in control of it then. You don't have to worry about if you get kicked off a particular platform that you won't be able to reach your customers. And you can find website builders that will let you set up a simple website for free or very inexpensively. Don't overlook this step. And here's the last step. Register your business with online services. Don't forget to register social media handles with as many of the platforms as you can, even if you're not going to use them right away. That way they belong to you and hopefully not to somebody else who either is competing with you or trying to imitate your business. You can register your business with online platforms like Google and Bing so that your business shows up in search results. Google My Business, TripAdvisor, Yelp, these are all examples of places that may make sense for your business depending on how you operate. This is separate from registering with your state, like filing a business entity or a fictitious business name, but it is an important step because you want customers to be able to find you when they're looking for you or the products or services that you sell. I've given you a bunch of steps. So if you need help, we've got a free downloadable checklist from NAV that will walk you through these step by step with more resources. Just check the description to get that free guide. And tell us what business you're starting. We'd love to cheer you on. Make sure you like and subscribe for more business building tips.